I'm Tom, your friendly neighborhood atheist, and this is No Old White Guys for Secular TV, and I'm here with Beth Presswood, and we are here at Apostacon, which, how many of these have you done? Or have you been to?
Conventions? Oh, Lord. Maybe 20-something by now? Surely.
Get around quite a bit. So the first question I have for you, think 5 years ago or so, when you thought of atheism, who did you think of?
5 years ago, I believe it was Matt Dillahunty. Which is funny.
Shocking. Anyone else?
Well, I mean, I always knew about Madeline Murray O'Hare, Richard Dawkins, of course. The Four Horsemen I knew about back then. So those people, pretty much.
Yeah. For me, it was pretty much all former Christian white males. Mm-hmm. And though that has changed quite a bit now, it's still predominantly, I think, white males that are the ones you hear from. And I'm hoping to talk to everybody else. So,
okay.
So, growing up, what was your family's religion?
Hardcore Southern Baptist.
Fun.
Very, yes.
And at what point did you start losing your religion?
Well, I actually kind of have to talk about this, but it was in my early teens or so. There were some things that just didn't make sense in the Bible, some scientific things that didn't make sense, some philosophical things about, why can't God be around sin, and so, things like that. So it just sort of snowballed from there. The problems that are inherent in the nature of God and the Bible and all that. And
how did your family respond to your
they didn't know.
Losing?
Well, they didn't know. And
you were able to keep it secret from them completely?
Oh, it was secret till I was about 24. And then I was outed. And I kind of have a whole talk about that, too. No, it was very bad. I was not shunned because I don't understand why they would shun. Because if you're around, then they can just poke you, that much better. That's what my family does. And I heard talk that they had a family meeting, and that they, my grandmother actually floated the idea of kidnapping me and deprogramming me. So it's always fun to hear. And
you say, but that's how I got here. Is I was deprogrammed.
Yes. So that was floated. They would call me up and just berate me. They thought I had, 10 mental illnesses, schizophrenia, depression, bipolar, autism, because I'm an atheist. And it was just a terrible time. And anytime I'd go back, there would be all this passive-aggressive comments. My boyfriend at the time, Matt Dillahunty, was threatened with arrest if he came to my great-grandmother's funeral. So, yeah. That was the, and I didn't talk to my grandparents for 4 years almost. Uh-huh. And then we actually started talking last July.
And have they come to terms with your lack of faith, or are they still thinking
they were really on their best behavior? And they met Matt, which was that was last Christmas, and she emails regularly now, and we just don't talk about it. It is verboten. So,
knowing some of your backstory, you've become very active. You're a very outspoken atheist. Would you say Matt is what encouraged you to be more outspoken, or were you ready just to tell your story?
So I listened to the Atheist Experience and Nonprofits before me and Matt were even together, almost a year or more. And then I started an atheist club at my school, East Tennessee State University. And so, yes, he encouraged me to be more outspoken, but that was before we even knew each other, so it was not a personal connection that caused that.
One of the people that encouraged me to be more outspoken and want to share my story, which is quite a bit different than most. It's a little closer to Russell's. I've always been an atheist, but my family wasn't. They believe. They still believe, and I'm still confused by that. So what are you doing? I mean, you were speaking at some of these conferences. I
have a few speaking engagements. I'm always open to more if if anybody likes it, and if anybody doesn't, well, it's not like I'm trying to make that my career or anything. Yeah, I'm open to speaking. I did have a podcast. I really don't have time for that much anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing that. But I try to do, some activism when I can with the ACA.
Mm-hmm.
And, I post a lot, which, it doesn't sound like much. It sounds like slacktivism.
It takes a lot of time. It's surprisingly how much time it takes.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sounds like slacktivism, but things like I've been promoting the bodily rights argument for pro-choice and that people should use that and not use personhood arguments. And I've seen that idea seep into the larger culture a lot lately, and not even just in the atheist sphere, but in the, pro-choice sphere. I've just been seeing it a lot lately, and I like to think that I'm getting some stuff out there, that it is actually influencing some people.
Well, it's very good. How would you encourage other people to, there's a lot of people that are atheists that are quiet about it because they don't want anyone to know. Others that are not necessarily quiet about it, but how would you encourage people to basically come out and voice that they are atheists and be part of the not necessarily be part of the outspoken movement, but just be counted as atheists to show that atheists are much more prevalent than people realize, and we're nice, normal people.
Are we nice and normal? I know a few abnormal ones. But no, yeah, if you can be out, if it's not going to hurt your job or harm your family and things like that, be out. If somebody's, your friend, your buddy, you go drinking with them or you go hanging out with them, and they bring up religion, I'm an atheist. And they'll be like, what? But you're so nice. And so that's always the thing. You want to be known as the nice atheist. And just, you can keep it low-key. Oh, I'm an atheist. Now, depending on where you live, it may not end up that low-key. But, if you can, if you don't mind, if it's not going to hurt you, then just say you're an atheist when asked or if it comes up.
Just let it hang out and not try to hide it.
Exactly. Don't hide it. You don't have to go out of your way to promote it either.
Yeah.
But if it's relevant, bring it up.
Well, is there anything that you would like to promote yourself?
I'll promote Atheist Debates, which is Matt's work, and lots of great videos on how to talk to Christians and what arguments are good and not good, and videos of him debating, which is always fun. So I'll promote that.
Okay. Well, Beth, thank you very much for sitting down with me. I appreciate it. And I'm Tom, your friendly neighborhood atheist. This is No Old White Guys for Secular TV, and I'll catch you next time.
Thanks.
I was made this